WWE 2K23 gameplay is what we are going to look into today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Can we get 5,000 subscribers by the time WWE 2K2023 comes out? Make sure you head to the community section of the channel because you get to choose where Cody Rhodes ends up in our upcoming WWE 2K2023 universe mode. We've had nearly 700 votes so far, so keep those votes coming in. But the gameplay, it's going to be incredible. Visual concept have been spoken to. We've spoken to associate game producer Brian Williams, who has stated that the gameplay is going to be better than ever, starting off with key and fundamental improvements to the gameplay, including a larger emphasis on stamina, says Williams when talking gameplay nuances. It was present in WWE 2K 2022, but was more or less there to govern when you could run and when you couldn't. So is this potentially going to be superstars walking around with a limp? Various body parts acting differently. We've added to that, so not only will it affect running, but your character will physically change over the course of the match without the need of any meter. You can tell on this guy is through a wall. You can tell he's been through it, or he's been spry and bouncing on his feet. You'll get these visual expressions of behavior. We really are going to feel the effects of matches as we play through them. We've also added some new finisher situations you can perform. Cody Rhodes, for example, one of his moves is the Cody Cutter, and you can perform it as a finisher. It's never been possible to do in-ring springboards as special moves, so we have added those new specials for characters who need them, and who better to need one of them than the newly incoming Cody Rhodes to WWE 2K23. According to the team, they've even added a new payback slot, so you can have a chance to fight back even when you're getting your ass kicked. Female referees are included for the first time in WWE 2K23. They've been added to the main TV roster in recent years, and you can even now taunt with a weapon. Just these small details in the gameplay are going to make it so exciting. They may sound like small things, but they're all the little things that add up to make WWE the slick product it is week in, week out. So it's exciting to see these new additions. Even the pin mechanic, which has always been a little controversial, has received a major update, which Williams sounds very stoked about. The pin system has been unliked for a long time. So let's go and look into that. But first of all, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers by the time WWE 2K 2023 comes out. Make sure you do us a favor and pop the big red subscribe button. All of your support has been incredible. You know, the last few days we've had so many subscribers. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you will get the chance, if you head over to the community section, to choose just which brand Cody Rhodes should join in our WWE 2K 2023 universe mode. Over 600 of you have voted, and I thank each and every single one of you. Your support has been absolutely mesmerizing. So moving on, with the new timed pin minigame, it's really compelling. When you see it in action, you'll fall in love with it. Williams says, I always enjoy when I'm being pinned just to be in this minigame, he perks up before going into more detail. You have got to the cursor that moves back and forth, and you have to have the target zone, which also moves back and forth. So it sounds like a new, exciting and intriguing pin system, which the game is going to utilize. The movement of that zone is dependent on your health, or did it just eat a finisher? Did you just eat a finisher? Let me tell you, after a finisher, the thing is buzzing back and forth so fast. It's difficult, but it's obtainable to hit, which makes those near-fall kickouts that much more exciting. The suspense and drama is palpable. So it seems like these pins are going to be so dramatic now. If you look at the foundations that we laid last year and everything we're doing this year, we're making everything we put into the game just better. Jinx continues, Jinx is another associate producer here at Visual Concepts. We're building the tools to be as creative as we want the game to be, and the building blocks and foundations have already been there, They're just being tweaked and improved. Wargames, again, featuring 2 rings side by side, a steel cage surrounding them both, 6 or 8 superstars entering the match at different intervals, a bunch of weapons and more Wargames. It's by far one of the most chaotic match types in wrestling history, and it's a tall order to represent properly in a video game. The great news is that we have included it into the game, and it will be there for you to enjoy. Wargames, it's been in a development ever since 2017, and fans have been wondering and hoping for Wargames. And timing is everything. The work that went into rebuilding the engine to facilitate the possibility of a Wargames was achieved through the work that everybody put into 2K 2022, says Brian Williams. So it seems like the game just missed out last year, but they wanted to tweak it and make it as good as they could, and it develops and comes this year. All the moving parts of that match, of the magnitude that it entails, it was the designers, the engineers, the artists, it was all hands on deck to take this gargantuan match with all of these moving pieces and parts, and chaos when you're introducing weapons, 2 rings stuck together, and you have this space in between, which we have dubbed the Trench. I cannot wait to play my first. I'm literally getting chills on the back of my neck. This is where you can toss people through it, fight within it, springboard from one ring to the next. If you've seen Wargames, you know how chaotic and action-packed this match is. That was our goal, to replicate that to the best and the truest of our abilities. And I think we've achieved it. Williams seems absolutely ecstatic about this Wargames match. So moving on, the game also needs to start avoiding these glitches and awkward moments as people get stuck in ropes, end up kind of teleporting on top of each other. Their bodies contort at various times as well. The belts, sometimes when the referee lifts them up, certainly custom belts, are just silhouettes. It's all these little things that really ruin the immersion and the realism of WWE games. This year's graphics are going to be incredible. John Cena, The Rock, these models look incredible. The lighting is just blissful. Look at this with Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. They look insatiable. It looks almost realistic. It's the best version of the game we have seen graphically wise, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it, and you will get to see what happens as we continue on this development path of the game. Subscribe to the channel, and as I have said one more time, you guys that love universe modes, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Head to the community section. You get to help me choose where Cody Rhodes ends up in our universe mode, Raw or SmackDown. The WWE 2K23 gameplay is going to be mesmerizing. Comment down below what gameplay feature you're most excited for.
Try this, try that, try